Hello, I'm audible? Yes. So, hello all. Greetings from our team CyberWarFare Labs. So, first of all, I would like to thank you all who have taken out some time from their busy schedule, and it's my pleasure to connect with you all today. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Nandini Bharadwaj. I'm operating officer at CyberWarFare Labs, and today, our team is here to introduce with our latest offering, that is C3SA, Certified Security Analyst course. Okay, so let me give a little introduction about our company, CyberWarFare Labs. So basically, we are a edtech startup, security startup based out of India, providing a critical infrastructure simulation labs like nuclear facility, healthcare, banks, enterprise, etc., along with courses and trainings to customer and organization. So let me introduce you with our speaker from today, Manish Gupta, who is our CEO of Cyber Warfare Labs, and our CTO, Chief Technical Officer, Yash Bharadwaj. So let from here, Yash will take over. Thank you.
Uh, okay, so hello all. Hi, I'm Yesh Bharadwaj. Uh, Thank you, Nandini, for the warm introduction about our company and what we offer. In the terms of courses as well as the trainings that we have. So thank you for that. And okay, so this today's agenda is regarding our latest course launch, that is C3SA or Cybersecurity Analyst course. So this is majorly focused on the various emerging trends as well as various emerging topics that we are viewing as of now in the cybersecurity market, and we have compiled a list of a lot of interesting things as well as case studies in this specific course. So we will be covering them also, as well as there are so many hands-on exercises as well as various practical labs. And whether you are on the red team side or whether you are on the blue team side, no matter what, it's kind of a very interesting course which is focused for the beginners. So let's talk about the agenda on on the topic that we will be discussing. So first of all, our agenda is what is the current cybersecurity market in India as well as globally. Okay, so what are the recent trends that we are viewing as of now? And we will be looking at the case studies of recent hacks that has been happening in the organization. Okay, how the threat actors have been abusing them, and how they just exploit it and gain access to the organization infrastructure, and how they kind of exfiltrate the information out of it. Then we will be introducing our C3SA course, okay, and what our modules are regarding it, and what are all of our expectations. And we will also discuss about the module division that we have in the course. And at the end, we will also tell about the giveaway that we have, and we will be giving away 3 seats of our C3SA course to the lucky winners. So let's talk with the first one, that is our current cybersecurity market we have. So we are viewing in 2023 that there are a lot of organizations who are controlling their assets remotely. Okay, like it's a post-COVID edition, and we can say that a lot of infrastructure has been not be touched physically, because most of the companies are following the hybrid model or the remote model. And the operations are, of course, most of the employees are working remotely. So that is one of the trend that we are viewing as of now. And we will also talk about the implications regarding this particular part. Also, we are viewing that a lot of requirements on the IT resources, architecture designing, as well as planning. Since there is a growth in the employment generation, as well as growth in this specific market. So a lot of companies have been following this architecture implementation. They are moving towards the zero trust architecture, as well as they are also following various trends that keep their assets secure. So we are viewing a lot of requirements on the architecture designing, how they will be setting up their infrastructure, how they will be onboarding new employees, how they will be getting access to the resources. So a lot of things are on the plate right now. Obviously, we have seen a lot of organizations are shifting their resources to cloud infrastructure. Okay, so that is one of the part that we have been viewing a lot in the span of 2 to 3 years. They are following not the total cloud approach, but it's kind of a hybrid approach where some of their resources are on their offices, on their premises, as well as they have also shifted few of the resources to cloud. So that is also one of the recent trend that we have encountered in the recent uh, domain. Also, there are a lot of open source security operations tools. So if we look at various security teams of very big companies, for example Google, Meta, as well as Netflix, so they have been working thoroughly on improving the security operations, and they have been releasing various open source tools that are publicly available in GitHub, in form of their various blogs, whatever they are experimenting and whatever scenarios they are facing in the organization. They are just kind of providing this as an info out to the public, out to the security community. So we have been viewing such a things a lot. Okay, a lot of things that revolves around the security operations present in the market. Now the important part comes here, that the organizations are requiring skilled candidates. So skilled candidates as in various domains in the security. One of it is the assessing security of network and host. So this falls under the domain of penetration testing as well as assessment. So there are various organizations who are hiring individuals as well as people on contract basis to assess the security of their network, of their infrastructure, of their software, whatever they are having. Okay, so this is one of the most demanding requirement we have seen. For the second is that a lot of brief on this specific role position, that is analyst as well as operator. So these are, I can see that the level one or the immediate or the fresher people, they are more into this particular domain. So most of the people who want to be in this specific domain, they either join in as analyst or as an operator who will be performing the day-to-day operations, security operations for the organization. For example, securing their assets, and as well as assessing any vulnerability or assessing their network. So we have seen a lot of jump in these profiles there. Also, a lot of open source security operations center tools are present. Okay, so we have been following Microsoft blogs and their tools expansion within 1 to 2 years, and we have seen a lot of tools that they are releasing on the on their public forums, etc. Also, the automation of various security focused resources, whether on the offensive side or whether on the defensive side. So we are also viewing these kind of, these are few of the trends that we have encountered, and we are on the process of analyzing most of the things that are required in the market currently based on the 2023 edition. Okay, so these are few of the important points that we have created for you, and all of these points have been merged in order to form this course, that is our C3SA. Now there are bad actors or adversaries. They have been jumping on to utilizing advanced tradecraft for targeting enterprise security. Okay, so no matter what approach the organization follow, whether it's the hybrid approach or it's the on-premise approach or the total cloud first approach, adversaries are always utilizing their advanced tradecraft. So they are constantly upgrading things. Okay, they are constantly working on their arsenal, how they can target the websites, how they can target their backups, how they can target their network. A lot of things has been happening in this particular part. So three specific domains, that is web-based as well as network-based and cloud-focused. So these are few of the, or these three domains have been on the rise so far, what we have seen. And specifically, if we talk about the cloud focus, since web and network are kind of traditional, technologies, now since the cloud has been adopted by the organization a lot, so threat actors have been utilizing their cloud resources or the organization cloud resources for various crypto mining kind of activities. Like they are utilizing their resources for performing these kind of operations. The second is they are utilizing the cloud infra to conduct, distributed denial of service. For example, they are targeting any organization by utilizing the resources of any other organization. So this has been happening a lot. And there are various companies or various companies who works on the critical infrastructure. They have been just placing their own or setting up or configuring their critical assets like operation technology database, etc., on the cloud, as well as backups. So we have seen these things on the very rise on this specific part, and this is something new that is happening as per the current market in the security. So this surge, there's a huge surge in the demand of freshers or individuals who want to work in this particular domain. Okay, so my advice or our advice for the freshers or for the individuals who want to pursue this particular course is that they will be getting a lot of attention to these of the technologies that is mentioned here, as well as we have exposed a lot of internals, for example the case studies and what are the internals behind it, in order to better understand how the current market looks like. Okay, so it's not like it's already what we have just presented here, but there are a lot of other things that are happening, and there are a lot of things. So that's what I said, that there is a great opportunity to build a career and scale in cybersecurity market, and this is what is happening right now. So if anyone want to switch in, or if anyone want to change the domain in cybersecurity, so a lot of thing has been on the market. Now, what we specifically focus on as a company, as a team, is we focus on providing strong cyber practical skills. And if anyone, engages on the long-term, kind of commitment on this particular domain, so they will, end up having great pay scale, yeah, very high-profile job, as well as various interesting research approaches that they will be taking forward with. as well as the community network is also one of the most important thing that we have in cybersecurity. So let's talk about a couple of case studies that we have built up for you, that we have included. So I will not be covering the internals part, but just how the things are and how the market is as of now. So this is a thread group of People's Republic of China APT10, and this is a case study of that. So in this specific case study, the APT10 or these threat groups basically target the IT service providers who are providing the employee access to the cloud or this particular architecture or or their own infrastructure. Okay, so they have been compromising it via various traditional methodology. For example, spear phishing attack, they have been emailing it, collecting the emails from websites, from from scraping or from social media. They have been actively targeting them, right? Once they have got the initial access, they push the implant on it. They identify cloud systems administrator and compromise legitimate credentials inside it. Okay, so this is the flow that they have been following. Like how they are getting initial access is pretty much traditional, but inside it, how they are utilizing the already inbuilt tools in order to move forward and steal the customer data or enter into the customer infrastructure is what is something interesting that that has been documented in this Google Threat Horizons Intelligence report. So this is one of the recent one. And once they have done, they have been jumping into their cloud infrastructure, the customer cloud infrastructure, where they will get access to a lot of customer these IT service providers have been handling. Okay, so a lot of things that they are doing. Now at the end, what they are doing is they are either collecting the information and selling it on dark forums, on dark webs, for a and putting a price label on it. So that's what they are doing, either for that or either for the kind of competition system or any other thing. Okay, so a lot of things that has been happening. So this is one of the case study that we have just seen, that how they are targeting and what are their approach in order to get access and moving on to their internal infrastructure using various clouds, various machines or various things like jump box, etc. So this is one case study. Now the interesting one is the Uber hack case study. This had happened in October 2022, and this was a very big news when it happened, because the main like the person behind it, it has been identified. He has been identified as a small kid who was a teenager of around 17, 18 years, who break the security of a very big organization, that is Uber. Okay, so this is just the flow is what we have segregated is that he, as an malicious actor, he gained access. This is not confirmed yet. Organization and various agencies have been still investigating the case, like how he got initial access. But these are few of the possible ways, like either via phishing, either he has got access to credentials in dark web, or via a variety of phishing attacks like adversary in the middle or MFA bypass, etc. So he has got access to one of the employee account. Okay, now since multi-factor authentication that we have seen when you are logging into your Gmail application or any other critical applications like that, so any other thing that you are logging in, so you will find that this kind of application or this 2FA protection mechanism is present. This is the duo that the Uber was using, and this was just the he bombarded with the push notification that the user needs to accept it. Okay, so this was a very kind of traditional type of approach that that guy has followed in order to get access to the internal network, either via VPN. Okay, after that he got access to the VPN and then connected to the internal environment, then utilizing various interesting thing. And this all of these attack has been done by a 17 or 18 years of age guy. So this is a very interesting point to note, that since organization have been doing a lot of zero trust mechanism methodology and have been securing their assets in a on a very high level basis. But this is a very kind of hand in the face when we are talking about this particular part, like the Uber hack, how they got hacked and how they got access, how the that guy or that threat actor got access to various resources that were of uttermost importance to the organization. Then, using one of the vault, he got access to the admin level credential of all these things that are very important to the organization. For example, Slack. This is used for communicating between teammates. Okay, like various day-to-day tasks. Then Sentinel One. This is the endpoint protection company. VMware, Google Workspace, AWS. So he had access to all of these, like the this environment where all the things are happening. He even joined in as a member and then messaged various managers and C-level executives there. So there has been screenshots circulating, but this is how he got initial access as a least privileged user, that is an employee, and with various other interesting things that he has performed in middle, he got high privilege, and as an administrator, he got access to these critical resources where all the company secrets, all the company employees' data is present. Okay, so he can do a lot of stuff because he has somewhat like C-level executive, access to this organization. So this is just a very big like kind of mistake that this organization has done, and we can see that these kind of things are not very planned. Okay, so we have seen two case study. One was very planned, active exploitation of the things, that is the previous one, APT10. And here we have seen that it's not have to be a very pre-planned kind of activity in order to perform an attack. Okay, so as this was performed by a teenager guy. So understanding both of the perspective, it can be implicated that the things that are already present in the internet, it's very wide enough to understand the things, but the direction matters. It all matters is the direction, like where we need to go and what specific thing that we need to pursue, right? So our main motive behind all the courses that we have, about all the offerings we have, is all about the how we can better protect the assets. We understand on the terms of a hacker, of a threat group, and as a red teamer, how we can approach or target a specific technology and how we can better secure it. So that should be the goal of every individual when they are approaching, or when they are studying these kind of things. Now, with all of the things that we have discussed, the case studies as well as the emerging trends, as well as it all poses a very wide opportunity that most of you might be seeing now, right now, or they will be visible in future. But there is a very wide opportunity in this specific domain, in the cybersecurity, right? So that's why we have compiled a list of very interesting modules as well as very interesting exercises in this particular course, which we call C3SA. And you will be getting fully hands-on course for beginners in information security. So it's total hands-on. It's not like you will only be getting the PDFs or something like that. It's not like that. There are a lot of exercises. You will be learning how to set up your own lab, which is the most important part, because you will, as a student or as a fresher, you might be low on the resources, for example computing resources, machines, etc. But we have provided a best possible way of how you can set up a lab in your own environment and then replicate and learn with your own flow, right? So this is our main approach that we have followed while we were working on this course, and we have tried to include as much as we can of whatever assessments we have done, whatever things that we have seen, or the scenario that we have judged previously. So we have just compiled all the things for the beginners. So it provides a broad, hands-on, practical view of cybersecurity domain. You will be getting, premium study materials, etc. The important thing that you will be getting is it will help in your journey to choose your own path in broad cybersecurity domain. So it's not like, there is only security of a machine, security of a network, or of the infrastructure. There are a lot more things that, if even if we compile all the domains, it would not be possible to put it in a list and just teach them. So there are the things that we thought that were most important. We have outlined them, and which will be like in very recent high trends, as well as in future it will be in high trend. So that's what we have compiled, and these are few of the expectations that I can say about this C3SA course. So we are actually aimed at spreading cybersecurity knowledge for good, with best ever practical learning scenarios for better causes. And we need candidates with developed interest in security domains that they are eager to serve, as well as better protect organization assets. So that's what we want to deliver to the organization. If so that anyone who studies this thing, they choose their own path, they follow their own journey, and then learn as per their own kind of learning path, or whatever schedule they have, right? So the thing that we would like to say is that always eager to learn and implement and create productive applications of the information, whatever we are teaching and whatever we are doing. Because as soon as you choose your stream in this particular domain, you will be stick to that till you choose to switch to any other domain in this specific cybersecurity broad things that we have, right? So that's the thing. Now, what is our approach when we designed this particular C3SA course is that we thought that there is a role requirement, let's say, in any company. For example, any big four IT firms, or any other consultancy firms. Okay, like there are many. But what are the things that they require? Okay, so we have bifurcated this thing to you. There is an employer requirement. They require a lot of skills. They have in their job description, in the JD, they have around 10 to 20 kind of skills requirements. They want so that the whoever is applying, they have knowledge on the specific domain. So let's say we have bifurcated it to K3. Okay, so let's say this is the thing. Now, what we are focusing on the skill set development of the candidates. So whoever wants to, develop the skill set, whoever wants to understand the practical approach, since we are putting emphasis only on the practical part, right? So whatever things that are required as per the role, we have compiled all of them, and that's what it put you eligible for that particular role. Okay, so studying the things that we have compiled, okay, based on the tech stack that we have designed for you, as well as the practical exercises that you will be dealing with. When we combine both of this, it provides you, or it fulfills the role requirement of the employer. Okay, so that is the approach that we had followed, and these are the skills and knowledge that is present here. So that was the most important thing, how we design the courses, how we design and decide the technical stack of what we will be implementing, as well as whatever exercises we have put on inside this. It is very interesting, all the things. Now there are additional material that we will providing. So this specific PDF we will be publicizing it. So we have actually compiled a list of various cybersecurity roles that we have thought of, and it is present in this specific PDF. So what is our plan? The plan is that we need to have a kind of CyberWarFare Labs initiative for cybersecurity education. That's what we have thought, and it has to be a very agile kind of platform that we are creating, so that most of the candidates, whatever their requirements are, whatever their understanding is, and what stream that they need to follow, they can find all the things in one place, right? So this is what we have compiled, and this particular PDF compiles a list of resources, a list of skills, as well as what is the name of the role and what specific thing that you need to study in order to get to that role. So we have provided the path in order to scale in this particular domain. As soon as you choose the stream, study as per that particular part, and then start with the things that we have. Now, the modules that I would like to discuss, like there are seven interesting modules that we have compiled for you, and it's specifically aimed for beginners or whoever want to switch into cybersecurity domain or want to switch from one domain to another domain in the cybersecurity, right? In this particular part. So first is the introduction to security. Here we discuss about various aspects of what is the current market, what is the current scenario, and what all specific topics we will be looking at. Now the important thing is our infrastructure setup. So no matter what we do, it's comes down to a point whether it is practical or not. So we have tried to put so much emphasis on the practical part that you will find each of the demonstration, each of the exercises present in this, it has to be done single-handedly by the candidate or by the student so that they learn by doing the stuff. It's not like just play the video and then you will learn. No, it's like you need to implement it first, then learn how the things will be, and then start. Right? So these are the things. Now, web application basics and exploitation. So this talks about the web typology that is present there. Okay, so this talks about that, the basics as well as exploitation. Same goes with the network basics and exploitation. So it goes like how the network has been set up in organization, how as a pen tester you can like follow your approach or find a way, how as a blue team guy or as a defender you can restrict the uh, like the candidate access or the pen tester access to the organization. So things like these have been discussed in this. Now, operating system basics deals with the Windows and Linux, for now that is being widely used in the organization. Servers as well as workstation both have been covered. Now, talking about the cloud basics, so this is something interesting that we have compiled for you, and we have covered the leading cloud vendors, that is Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, as well as GCP that we have put inside this. So we have added various case studies. We have added, interesting things. For example, starting the core services, reading about it, knowing how to set up the infrastructure, things like this has been covered in the cloud part. And the last is the most interesting thing, that is what we have put most emphasis on is the security operation basics. This specific part deals with how utilizing the open source tools. When I say that we have been following various big companies, for example Microsoft as well as Google, whatever tools that they have in their arsenal, so we have been eyeing that for a long time, and since all of these things are open source, we have used this thing in the lab as well as provided instructions so that you can also do the same in your own lab, right? So things like this has been done. And the interesting thing is that whenever a candidate studies all of these modules, when they enter into the exam scheduling part, when they just directly chat with our support team, we have provided a wide window for the examination. It is 30 days in total. So it goes like that. There is a challenge where you need to attack as well as defend in your own fashion in the 30 days. We will be providing you the infrastructure. We will be providing you handouts, okay, so that you don't have to stuck anywhere. You can always reach out to our support team in any case, in any scenario, if you are stuck or if you face any technical issues. So that's the point. And that's the main aim of this courses. We want it to be as much as practical, as much as close to the market requirements, as well as adding skills to the candidate requirements. Okay, so that's what we have done. So talking about the giveaway, so since we have promised that three lucky winners will be provided with access to C3SA course, so we will be doing this, and the lucky winners will be announced on 10th of January. I think it's Tuesday. So we will be doing this. Also, the thing is that the candidate needs to fill this form. So if you have not filled the form, this one, please do it right away. Okay, I will also share the link in this chat box so that you can start filling in this. And so yeah, I think that's all for the things that we have covered so far for the C3SA. And I will quickly drop this link in the chat box so that candidates can directly, yeah. So now, if anyone have any questions regarding the C3SA part or anything else, if anyone have, so feel free to let us know or drop it in the chat box. I think it is possible to do it directly from there. So feel free, okay, feel free to ask any questions there. I will be here. Um, Anyone want to ask any questions? Feel free. Else, if you want to have any questions regarding anything, so you can also write to our support team. That is this one, support at cyberwarfare.live. So if you have any questions for students or anything that you require, or if you want to have bulk enrollment for candidates, or let's say if you want to give away to any relative or any friend or anyone who wants to start with this specific journey, and I can promise you that cybersecurity will be is a booming domain, and it will be a very booming domain in the next coming years. So if you see this scenario, or if you want to, if anyone in your family, or if anyone in your in your region is planning to pursue this, this is the best time to start in the security, and anyone can go with that. So anyone interested in asking any questions, feel free. You can write it in the chat box. Yeah, someone has asked, like, we will be getting a recording of this session. Yes, so we will be uploading this to YouTube. So you can directly go with that, as well as we will also be publishing this particular PDF that I have just presented. So you just need to be on our website. You can directly download it from there. Okay, so we have a section directly here, like that is live tracks, and here we will be uploading all the things. Yeah, here. So here we will be uploading this particular webinar details. For example, this module, as this particular PDF, PPT, as well as the video recordings. All the things will be present here. Okay, someone has asked, like, nowadays Octus SSO is being used in logging to the cloud. Yeah, that is also one of the way. So see, it's all totally depends on the organization choosing. As of now, you have also seen that Google has come up with passkeys, I think, and this eliminates the usage of 2FA. You need to be, I think it's biometric friendly, and it utilizes for that. I'm not sure into that, but I need to look into the things. But things like that has been happening, Sanjeev. Yeah, Jan has asked that what is the duration of the course? It is self-paced. Yes, it is self-paced, Jan. There is no restriction on how many time on how much time you need to cover, or regarding the labs, etc. So it's completely self-paced. Anyone wants to start with this, or go with this, so they can start with their self-paced duration. It's not something that we have bound to, like 1 year or 2 year. It's not like that. But yeah, we have a policy of upgrading our course content, as well as exercises, etc. uh, like every 1 year. So you can expect changes in the courses. Yeah. So what is the see, like for the C3SA, I think it's self-explanatory. You can directly go to the courses and then find all the details directly here. So here, this is the first one, cybersecurity analyst. If you want to go there, just directly click on the no more, and you will find all the details inside this. Okay. So, also the syllabus and all the things are present here. Are the lab access start when they're requested by users? So, Fedossi, as of now, what we have in our part is that we have put so much emphasis on creating the infrastructure that they need to build as well as do all the exercises on their own infrastructure. So that's what we have planned as of now. We will also be integrating various exercises that will be cloud based. Okay, so we will be doing that in short duration. As I said, that we will be constantly upgrading this. So that's what the thing is. Is there any voucher expiration? No. So see, what we are providing is as soon as anyone enroll in this particular course, they get 2 attempts of the examination. So let's say if anyone do not complete or do not, let's finish the examination due to various circumstances, they can also, avail the second voucher, and there is no restriction on the time slot. So it's like, um, it's self-explanatory. Yeah. Robert is asking any specific requirements. So see, as I've said that this is best suited for the beginners, okay, and it's something like that. Even if you don't know anything, it's fine. We will teach you, from the basics. So that's what we have done, and it's not like we just enroll it and you will find all the things there. No, we have a dedicated support team who are bound to provide the support in any case you require, whether it is the lab access, whether it is the doubt you have, technical doubts, whether it is the any technical difficulties that you are facing. So anything that you have, just ask our support team. So all the things are directly there. Jesse has asked what tools are used in threat hunting for log collection, not the dashboard like ELK, but collecting like Sysmon, WEF to ELK. So if I talk about the security operations, we have actually utilized Splunk as well as Wazoo, right, for the log collection as well as like displaying it over our web on the dashboard. So things like this have been covered, and we will be integrating such things like other parts like that is open source, for example Moloch, GRR, etc. So these things are already there. The important things are already covered in the next on the last section. Okay, so any other questions if anyone have? If no, they can, if you don't want to ask right here, you can also ask our support team. Okay, they can directly provide you all the answers over email. So I think I have already shared the email with you in the chat box. Okay, so if there are no questions, I think we can end this webinar. Okay. Okay, so I think it's time. So thank you all for joining this webinar, taking your time out of your busy schedule. I personally thank you for coming and joining this. Spread the word as much as you can, and if you have any difficulties in anything in regarding our offerings, regarding our things that we have, so just email our support team. We will be there to provide you the parts. So I think that's all. Okay, all. Thank you. I will be ending this webinar. And any questions you have, just ask support team. You can also message us on LinkedIn if you want. As our support team is dedicated, so that's the best thing that you can have. Okay, yeah, Ajit is asking, I'm studying in CS. This is as I said, that this is completely focused for the beginners. Okay, all you need is a laptop or any computing resource. Okay, and then you can start studying on this particular part. Shamraj is asking, do you offer classroom sessions? Yes, we are open to that. It's based on our schedule, the trainer schedule, as well as the organization schedule. So we can fix based on that. So based on that, we can have. So thank you all for joining. I can see a lot of friends are also here. Some of the candidates who have already enrolled in our courses and offerings are already present. So thank you all for joining this session, and thank you. So okay, bye. Enjoy, guys and girls. Okay, bye. Yeah.